Yeah, typically, like when I introduce Max for Live within Ableton, I would build a device or something to that effect. But there are a ton of really good pre-existing devices, some of which are actually embedded in Ableton already. You know, you have, for example, the convolution reverb, which is what I'd like to look at today. There's a lot of really cool, fun, creative exploits you can go explore with it. And yeah, we'll have a look at that in just a moment. But one thing I wanted to flag is like a good starting point for anybody that's interested in Max for Live. If you're not a programmer, you've no interest in coding, that's totally fine. I mean, the premise is, you know, these devices extend the functionality of the DAW, right? So anything that Ableton doesn't do straight out of the box, you know, you can effectively build it yourself. You saw that in Mason's presentation, which was just super inspiring, you know, to see like somebody be so thoughtful about like MIDI effects in general. I thought it was really kick-ass stuff. The website that I'm talking about is maxforlive.com, and it's just a plethora of existing Max for Live objects, or devices rather, that you can just download for free and drop into your sets. And they do a whole bunch of stuff from like, you know, just audio effects processing through like, you know, feature recognition. Two of which I'm going to talk about later in the presentation. There are two here that I kind of uploaded under a little Delta Sound Labs account here. So one's a filter based on the Resay filter, which is kind of an infinitely sweeping set of frequency bands, and a Helmholtz, which is a pitch follower, which is a nice basic monophonic pitch follower for anybody that plays a pitched instrument and wants to do a bit of MIDI tracking and maybe control an oscillator, say, you know, using Operator or something to that effect. But I'll get to that later. For those of you who haven't seen Max before, it's a graphical programming language. It looks a little bit like this. You know, it's a series of objects that you connect together to create a process. You saw or you heard the result of some of those processes in Mason's presentation as well, which were just super awesome. So taking in MIDI data, manipulating them for his creative purpose or goal. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. You know, it's worth, I think, exploring for sure. So if you are interested, there are a ton of really good resources. You know, Cycling 74 have done a really stellar job of documenting all of the you know, Max in general as a programming language, and yeah, you can build it right in your DAW in Ableton. So it's pretty cool, pretty powerful tool. So you can see like it has like UI features here, you know, where you can like drop in. This allows us to drag and drop, you know, an audio sample or impulse response in this case on there. It kind of, you know, a lot of it looks like, you know, blocks and cables, so similar to, you know, guitar pedals connected together to create some kind of process, right? So you can get a sense just by reading some of the names here. It's like EQ and stereo running into a pre-delay. This is the convolving process I was talking about. There's some kind of volume adjustment, gain stereo, a panner, and crossfade between the dry and the wet. This tool set, actually, a lot of these really cool devices typically come out of you know, just avid Max users who are also Ableton users. This particular, the HISS tools or HISS tools, came out of University of Huddersfield. They have a really nice research group there and a really nice journal as well. It's just littered with like really good software. And if you're interested in things like spatial audio, I know you had Christopher Willett's on last time, Alberto, and he was talking about the software that he uses. This is like a research group that specializes in spatial audio. So have a look at CERENEM at the University of Huddersfield. But anyway, they're responsible for the convolution reverb inside of Ableton, and it's pretty great.